This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Bayne versus Keene. You all have been together for 8 years. You're engaged. You've got 2 kids together. But the future of this young family is on the line depending on what happens here today. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Bayne, this woman that you're engaged to, that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you don't feel you can trust her?
No, Your Honor, I don't. She's taken, I saw her Facebook page, the one she was using at the time, and she took down being engaged and she put single. I even found a condom in my car, and I brought the photo to submit to the court today if you'd like to take a look at it.
Ron, would you please get that?
I found the condom. It was me who found the condom, Your Honor.
Hold on, Ms. Keene, let's take a look at this first. And this is a condom that was found in your car.
Right, Your Honor.
But it's not one that you use.
No, Your Honor, in 8 years, we haven't used condoms, but almost the first maybe 5 months of our relationship, and then we no longer use them anymore, so I have no need for a condom.
So tell me about this condom that he found after you used his car.
Well, he's lying. I found the condom, went straight to him and asked him, why is this in your car? And he automatically turned it around on me and said it was my condom.
Ms. Keene, let's step back from the condom for a minute. What about you taking him off of social media and changing your status from engaged to single? I think that's a bigger question than just finding a condom.
Well, I kept forgetting my Facebook password, so I kept making a new Facebook. And I just hadn't had time to post photos yet or change my thing to engagement. And there was a time where he wouldn't accept my engagement on Facebook.
No, I asked you repeatedly to change it, and you always had an excuse or you haven't got around to it, so I went on your phone and I did it.
I sent the engagement to you.
And I changed it.
And I kept telling you I did send it.
I gotta admit, this is a rocky start to this because, you know, he says he doesn't trust you. You say that everything's a misunderstanding.
Yes, sir.
And these warning signs, I understand why you feeling these ways.
Well, not only that, we've been together 8 years.
Right.
Okay, anything that we've ever done in the bedroom, anything that she's done or knows how to do, we've done together or learned together. So I've seen everything that she has to give. And out of nowhere, around the same time where I thought she was cheating on me, she starts bringing in new sex moves into the bedroom.
So what's wrong with that?
Well,
what's wrong with that is to me, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's always nice to spice things up, but anytime we've ever done that, we've done it together.
So you're saying...
As a team, like we always do everything together. But out of nowhere, out of left field, she starts doing this weird movement with my when she's giving me oral sex.
Well.
She's out of nowhere, out of nowhere. I mean, it feels good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like she learned it from somebody else.
I read a lot of romance novels.
Hold on, Miss Keene, hold on.
I mean, it's the truth.
Okay, Mr. Bayne.
And Mr. Cutler, I'm gonna turn that over to you.
Yeah, as Judge Dana gets a visual of this, I mean, most guys would be kind of happy about something new after 8 years, 2 kids together.
Most guys don't have the brain that I have.
Yes.
All right, so
Not saying I didn't appreciate it or enjoy it.
He was having male issues, where he couldn't perform. So in my mind, I should step it up a little bit, maybe help him out.
No, I have
Hold on,
I read a lot of
Bayne.
romance novels as well, so I get a lot of ideas out of that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you have to give me this book list, I guess.
Hey, they get graphic.
The big picture in all this is we've got a young family who's having issues.
Right.
And the future of that young family is at stake right now, depending on what happens here.
Yes,
am I right,
yes.
Mr. Bayne?
I mean, the family's on the line. She's pregnant right now. I mean, if she fails the test, I'm gonna need a paternity test on this child because I don't feel like it's mine. There's been too much going on. I mean, there's been too much going on with everything.
Well, you know, that is a serious question. And if it comes out that she is in fact cheating, we would send you to paternity court to Judge Lauren Lake to get that resolved, because you would need to know to move your family's relationship forward. So we got somebody who can help you with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want.
So, Mr. Bayne, we have allegations, but what has she done to make you think she's cheating?
All right, I'll put it to you this way. One night, I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I go to get something to drink. I look outside. I realize the car's gone. I realize she's gone. So I go looking for my phone so I could text her, call her, but I realized she took her phone and my phone.
She took both your cell
Right,
phones?
so I couldn't track her. So basically, I had no other option at 4 o'clock in the morning but to go back to sleep with my kids. And I woke up again at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she's still not home. The birds are chirping, the sun's coming out. So I finally walked across the street to my neighbor's house, and I used the telephone to text and call her. Blew the phone up. At first, she didn't answer. Then she answered, like in a frantic. She says, "Oh, I'm at the store, I'm at the store." I said, "Well, you better get your butt home now." And that's what she kept saying. She was at the store, but it took her 2 hours to get home.
All right.
Okay,
Your Honor.
Where were you from 1 to 6:30 in the
He's
morning?
exaggerating the time I was gone.
No,
I
I'm
was
not.
never gone over 2 hours.
It's 1 in the morning. You're at home.
Yes, Your Honor.
You get up, or you say you can't sleep. How do you just get up and not leave a note? I'm going so and so. I'm doing so. That's what people do.
I would leave a note. I would leave a note, or I would send him a text. Because I had
She
had
never
our
left
phone.
a note.
But did you leave him a note that night?
Yes. I
Where-
told him I was going to my friend's house.
Did you get a note, Mr.
That is a
Bayne?
lie. Your Honor, she's bald-faced lying to you in the court right now, right to your face like she does me.
I've always let him know where if I was leaving.
All right. Mr. Bayne, do you have any other reason to believe that she's cheating?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. One night I was speaking to her aunt on the telephone. Me and her had been arguing.
Okay.
Her aunt proceeds to tell me, well, if you and her can work out her cheating on you, y'all can get through anything. I said, what?
So the aunt says this
She dropped a bomb on me.
before you even told her about the cheating.
I knew nothing about it.
So when her aunt said this, what did you do?
The next morning, I went to the phone company and I got the phone records and everything her aunt said. The hotels, the name of the guy that was in question, everything was on the phone records. And if I can walk, is there any way I can walk over there to show you or
Yes,
or not?
please.
Okay. If you look over here, this is one of the sheets. This number right here is the man that supposedly she was cheating on me with.
Okay. And did you call him?
I called that number, and when I talked to him on the phone, he laughed and said, "I don't owe you any explanation," and he hung the phone up on me. Also, the hotel names that her aunt gave me, unfortunately, they were on the phone record as well.
And those
So
are those
I
phone
called
numbers.
these numbers. Also, when I called these numbers, I acted like the other man because I wanted to see when they had reservations. And them not doing any more research, they gave me the reservation. And sure enough, on the same time where she took the car all night, they had a reservation that same day.
But I admitted.
Hold on, Miss.
And when you discovered all this, what did you think?
I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken because in 8 years, there's been opportunities where women have tried me and I've turned them down because my heart's with her.
You've tried women. You have
No,
tried women.
listen.
Multiple
All right.
women.
Miss Keene,
Multiple women.
Miss Keene, all right.
After the
Here's your
fact.
chance.
Okay,
After
I'm
the
multiple
fact.
women.
Miss Keene.
After the fact.
Miss Keene, look at me. Now, were you at a hotel with this guy?
No, Your Honor. I never followed through with actually cheating.
When you say you never followed through, what do you mean?
I was just talking.
Okay, and then what happened? You say you didn't follow through, so that means there were plans.
I was just talking. I was talking. There was plans. There was plans. I
Okay,
didn't
tell me
follow
about the
through.
plans. What were the plans?
Well, I was just talking to the guy because I caught him cheating, talking to other women multiple times. I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
Priscilla,
Do this.
it's okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it no more.
Miss Keene.
sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Miss Keene, your family's at stake, depending on what happens here. I understand you being upset. I understand you crying. And the problem is we have to ask hard questions because
The reason why I talked to
situation.
that guy in the first place is because I kept catching him on Facebook calling women beautiful, trying to meet up with them, and I just lost my mother. So I needed somebody to find comfort in. And he wasn't doing that. He was flirting with other women, same week she died. So I started talking to somebody. But I couldn't follow through with actually meeting this person.
You didn't follow through. What were the plans to meet this person? What did you
Well,
arrange? What did you set up?
He set up to meet me at a hotel. But I turned around both times before I even hit the highway 'cause I could not do it. I could not do it. And I went to a friend's house.
And that's just, you're saying you did not go through with it?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Well, we've got your side. We've got your side. And we have the aunt side. And the aunt is here today. Ron, would you please escort her in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
I've never physically cheated. That's the main thing.
Good day, ma'am. How are you?
All right, how are you, sir?
Doing fine, thank you. Would you state your name, please, for the record?
My name is Hope Thrasher.
So, what did you know about Miss Keene cheating?
Well, she had met someone on Facebook, and then they went to the hotel, and she told me that they had sex and he had a hairy back. And I thought he knew. I didn't know he didn't know. They both have issues with infidelity, and they're arguing, and I didn't know he didn't know.
And you specifically said they met at a hotel, they had sexual relations, and she gave you a very specific detail about him, that the gentleman had a hairy back.
Yeah, she was remorseful, like she was guilty.
She should be.
I never had sex with no.
Yeah, you did.
No.
Miss
I felt guilty.
Miss Keene, who was the man with the hairy back?
It was the guy I was talking to, but he's not attractive to me. I met, like in pictures, he wasn't attracted to me.
How did you know his back was hairy?
Pictures. And I never went up there and met him. I never had sex with nobody. That's my thing. I've never actually physically had sex with anybody.
You even went to her house.
So
Wait. Your testimony is, I haven't actually had physical sex with somebody.
No, I am guilty of what? I'm guilty of talking, as he is.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
So you're saying the extent of this is just flirting on Facebook or flirting on the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Why would your aunt then tell Mr. Bayne that you were at the hotel with a man and you described him as having a hairy back? Why would she make that
Because
up?
of course I've seen pictures of this man. I mean, I'm talking to him. I've seen pictures. And I told my aunt that I was talking to somebody. I did tell her that. But I never said I had sex with anybody.
But here's the thing, you wouldn't share that detail with your aunt if you're just telling her about a guy I'm talking to. That's not what
Exactly.
people do.
Well, I told her
You
I
were
was talking. I
guilty
did
over
tell her I was talking to
something.
somebody. I did. And at the time, I was catching him flirting with other women every day almost. I was confused. I didn't know what I was going to do.
You weren't catching me with nothing.
He's funny, he's got a nice smile, he wears glasses, he has nice hair, or he's bald,
he's
whatever
not
your
what I wanna
attraction template is. There are lots of things you would say before you get around to he's got a hairy back.
Yeah.
Do you understand how that looks?
Yeah, I was telling her the negatives of the guy.
And here's the thing. Again, looking at the big picture of this.
That's why.
Look,
I
listen.
didn't have a physical affair.
Yeah, you were.
Ms. Keene, looking at the big picture of this, you said you didn't have any physical contact with it. You didn't go through with it. You had the intention.
I understand why he don't.
It looks bad.
I understand why he don't trust me. I do. I understand why he don't trust the fact that I didn't go and actually physically mess around.
You got in the car, you went. I know you went.
All right, I think we've heard enough. And Mr. Bayne has already said, if it turns out that you're lying, then he is going to question the paternity of the baby that you're now carrying. All of this is at stake right now, right here, today. Am I correct, Mr. Bayne?
You are correct, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court would like to call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is she cheating? Ron, would you escort her in?
Lena Cisco.
Ms. Cisco, would you state for the court record your credentials?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a former military interrogator. I'm certified by the Department of Defense in interrogation and interviewing techniques.
So you conducted a full interrogation. What did you learn regarding the night Miss Keene disappeared?
Your Honor, Miss Keene stated that she went over a friend's house and she became very frustrated when I asked her why she told Mr. Bayne that she went to the store. And she said, I didn't tell him I went to the store. She kept denying it. And as she was making this denial, she was shaking her head no. So that's congruent body language. So the fact that she showed true emotion and she was congruent in her body language, I believe that that statement is truthful.
So what did Miss Keene reveal about her conversation with her aunt?
Miss Keene did admit to me that she met a man on social media and they planned a rendezvous at a hotel in Greensboro. As she was telling me this story, she said that as she was driving to Greensboro, she had doubts and second thoughts, and she said to herself, I can't go through with it. So she turned the car around. As she was telling me that part of the story, she has so much emotion that she teared up. And because she showed true emotion and she was that open with me, I believe that statement is truthful.
Was there anything else that you learned?
So Ms. Keene did tell me about the new sex moves, and I asked her about that accusation. She told me that she reads a lot of romance novels and that she just wanted to experiment with Mr. Bayne. But, Your Honor, she told me that she felt she had to step up her game because Mr. Bayne was flirting with so many women.
So, based on your investigation, what did you conclude?
Based on all the indicators that I saw and witnessed in that interview, I do not believe that Ms. Keene has cheated on Mr. Bayne.
Disagree. Haven't physically.
You all have been together for about 7 years and you are living together, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Barnes, why have you brought your boyfriend to court today?
I found some things in Daryl's phone that makes me believe that he's cheating. And at this point, I just want answers.
What exactly do you want to prove today?
I want to prove to her that I'm not cheating, that I'm not a cheater, and I want to move on.
Do you love her?
Yes, I do. I really do.
And you love him?
I love him. Yes, I do. But actions are everything.
Well, that's true. What made you fall in love with him in the beginning?
We met kind of like in elementary school. I always had a crush on him. I always thought he was cute. I never said anything to him as a little girl, not till we got older.
So what made you like her?
Well, everything about Andrea, she's beautiful, intelligent, I've always liked her ever since I was, ever since we were younger.
So y'all never made a love connection when you were in grade school or younger?
No, we didn't really speak to each other.
How did you miss that?
I was always paying attention to her, you
But
know
he
what I mean?
couldn't step to it.
I had a crush on her,
They were
Okay.
Just like how you were looking at me and wishing I'd give you the time of day. You remember? You probably don't remember. You remember?
I remember. Look, so when
We love going on amusement parks, on the roller coaster rides, I love seeing her scream and,
And he's taking me on a roller coaster ride like right now, so.
Oh,
So-
different kind of amusement ride.
So what's the current status of your relationship?
We live together, but our relationship is just in jeopardy. Like just 2 weeks ago, I saw something going on in Daryl's phone, and I'm just like, how can we get married? How can we bring her, because we have a 2-year-old daughter. How can we get our situation right when there's infidelity?
What did you find in his phone?
Well, I have to show you what I found.
Ron, would you please get that for us?
Yeah, well, 2 weeks ago, I was doing my homework because I'm in graduate school, and this is my computer that I do my homework on every day, and Daryl knows this. I had a situation just fall into my lap, actually. I didn't go looking for it. I didn't go snooping or anything. I click on the internet. This is what I see.
Woo! What we're looking at is a exceedingly close-up view, like a million pixels. Of a lady's private parts. And I mean, we looking right at the eye of the tiger.
There isn't a second photo.
There is a second photo of a woman who is taking a nude photo from, like in the mirror, so she's doing kind of a backwards.
Oh yeah,
nude
like bend it
view.
over, right.
Looking over her shoulder.
Yeah.
So these are on your computer,
That was on my computer.
but you didn't take these pictures.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mine would look so much better.
Okay. All right. Mr. Washington, how did these photos get on your girlfriend's computer?
Your Honor,
You had somebody
I
send them to
request-
you. Just say
I
it.
request
You had somebody
those.
send them to you.
How do you know this woman who sent this photo?
she's from the same city as me. That's the only reason why I know her.
How did this particular woman happen to send you these particular photographs?
Well, I mean, I allowed her to. I mean, she sent it through Facebook.
And not only is he saying it to her, he's saying it to more people. Like, so
All right, so what have you found specifically?
that was what I found 2 weeks ago. But I feel like our relationship started getting rocky about 2 years ago when I was pregnant. I started to notice a change, like in the 8th or 9th month, like
What was the change?
the lock on the phone. He had never had a lock on it before. Like, I could pick up his phone and go through it and there would be nothing. It was a time that actually could happen, like there would be nothing.
Did you go through his phone?
I didn't go through his phone till after I had my baby.
Okay.
So after I had my baby, she was about maybe 2 months. I went through his phone. I saw something about a young lady being pregnant.
Okay, so a friend was announcing her pregnancy, right?
But I'm like, why is she telling you her good news? Like, and our daughter is 60 days, like.
Yeah.
Who is this woman that is
sharing her good news
sharing her
with
pregnancy
you?
with you?
She's a friend that I've been knowing for quite a bit of time.
Okay, and what did this message say?
She actually saw me saying that that I was hoping that it wasn't mine.
You were hoping that it wasn't yours? So you were sleeping with this woman?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she said she was pregnant?
Yes.
And you were hoping it wasn't yours?
Yes.
Okay, how did this relationship happen with this woman?
The relationships actually happened when she moved a family member inside of the house. We didn't have enough room inside the home, Your Honor. Like, it was just too much.
All right, so is that person still living with you all?
No, that person only was with us 60 days.
So did you ever determine whether he was the father of the child?
No, because this is my boyfriend. I'm supposed to be able to take his word over anyone else. So if he's telling me, well, pacifying me, assuring me like this isn't my child, you know, then I just have to take his word for what it is.
So after all this, you let him come home and you all get back together?
Right.
And how was it when you got back together?
There was zero trust at that point, zero trust, but I needed help with my daughter. So at that point, it was for my daughter.
Is this the only sexually explicit photograph
Yes.
that you have received from another woman?
In the last 2 years?
Yes.
No.
No lingerie photos, no sexy photos?
Okay. You say yes, you say no.
I say no because I seen another one of my own who asked with another young lady doing the same pose. I think he asks for that pose
That's
because it's another girl did the exact same pose that I found maybe like 6 months to a year ago.
How did you find that picture?
The phone happened to be open that particular day, and I just know something is in the phone because it's always locked. Like, it's always locked. It's always face down. You know, I know. I have never been able to prove that he has had extracurricular activities going on. But like I said, my intuition tells me I know when something is not right. But I mean, I just have no rock solid evidence.
She has found a few things.
Okay.
All right,
What few things has she found?
Like, you know,
No, we
sexually
don't.
explicit pictures.
Of who?
Different women.
Doing
Your
what?
Honor.
Posing for him, like posing.
Posing.
Posing for you at your request.
Yes.
You have requested other women to pose for you and send you explicit photographs.
Not all.
1, 2, it doesn't matter how many.
So you're admitting to her, these aren't the only 2.
Right.
Confirming what I've already knew.
All right. Ms. Barnes, in addition to this love suit, you also have a lawsuit, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what is your claim?
It's about my cell phone. A guy called my phone, and I answered it. Daryl doesn't like what he hears because he hears a male's voice, and he just comes in the bathroom, takes my phone, and just slams it on the floor. Like, crushes it, basically.
Your Honor, that's not true.
All right. What happened, Mr. Washington?
The phone broke, but I didn't slam the phone.
The phone didn't break
He
by
slammed
itself.
it and shattered it.
How did it break?
Slapped it out of her hand.
So you slapped it out of her hand
And
onto
it's
the
shattered
floor
on the
and it's
floor.
shattered.
Yes.
Yes, and I paid $300 for that phone, and I would like a reimbursement of that phone.
Mr. Washington, you admit that you caused the phone to hit the floor, is that correct?
Correct.
Unfortunately, you cannot destroy other people's property.
Because did I destroy yours when I seen that? No.
We're going to have to rule against you, Mr. Washington, and in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $300 since you're not disputing the amount. So ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Barnes, you say you just recently found sexually explicit photographs in his phone. Is
Yes,
that right?
that was all I was able to uncover because it was on my computer.
Because you had questions about what was in Mr. Washington's phone, the court has ordered him to submit his phone to the court for testing.
Okay.
And we will now call cybersecurity expert, Mr. Gregory Evans. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Evans, how are you?
Fine, yourself.
Doing okay. Did you do an examination of Mr. Washington's phone?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What type of examination did you do?
We did a cell phone forensics examination where we go through the phone. We look for what's currently on the phone and what's also been deleted on the phone, such as text messages, pictures, videos, things of that sort.
And with respect to Mr. Washington's phone, what did you uncover?
Well, the first thing I uncovered within like minutes of being on the phone was this picture of this young lady. And this picture was sent, Your Honor, 4 days ago via iMessage on his phone.
Oh, can I see that, Your Honor?
Let me describe it for the court record. We are seeing a woman in a yellow thong taking a picture, a backwards picture again in the mirror.
His favorite, yeah. That's
of her
his
butt.
favorite.
Yeah, of her behind.
Yeah, that's his favorite, yeah.
Yeah, that's something right there.
All right.
What else
did you find?
Then I found that the defendant took this picture of his manhood, chitty chitty bang bang, or whatever, right there. And that was
I'll
taken
let you describe that one.
about a month ago, yes.
A month ago.
I'll let you describe that one.
Oh, wow.
Well, it is a picture of his privates, a very up close one. Mr. Washington, I'm gonna look at you differently from here on out. Did you send this photo to anybody?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who did you send it to?
A friend.
A good friend.
What kind of friend?
It wasn't your girlfriend.
No.
You sent it to one of your boys?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. What friend did you send it to?
An ex-friend.
An ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone you had a relationship with?
Yes.
Why?
If she's seen it before, why are you sending her a refresher?
Because of the status of our relationship,
Whose relationship?
me and hers.
So you just sending out feelers, no pun intended, to other folks because you think this is going bad.
But at the same note, when I presented him with the information I found 2 weeks ago, his response is, let's just forget everything and just get married.
Okay, but now I can't let him off that easy. Why are you sending these pictures to anybody? Other women, why?
Like I said, we've been having a rocky relationship, you know.
Okay, when people have rocky relationships.
I haven't been really satisfied lately like I need to be.
Do you think a woman wants to satisfy you when you're doing this kind of stuff?
Exactly.
I mean, for real. That is an unrealistic expectation.
Exactly.
Ms. Barnes, what's going through your mind right now?
Confirmation of what I've already suspected. I mean, I'm trying to keep myself together.
Mr. Evans, please tell me this is it. That there's nothing else. But you look like there's something else. Okay, what else you got?
Sorry, bro. I uncovered 3 photos sent to his cell phone 2 weeks ago.
All right, this is 3 photographs.
Those 3 were sent from the exact same phone number to his phone, from the same person.
So the first picture appears to be him with a woman on his lap in what looks like a hotel room.
The picture is old. The picture is old.
All right, so we got another picture, same woman. You're giving a kiss on the cheek. And then the last one, you giving her, it's a lip lock.
Years like what? Huh?
Okay, so is this the woman you sent the special picture of you to?
Yes. Yes, Your
So
Honor.
y'all sending back fond memories to each other.
Fine memory.
Why in the world is this happening?
And furthermore, how could you say that you want to be with me and marry me and be a family? And, you know, and this has probably been going on for the past 2 years, off top, really.
Look at him and tell him exactly how you feel.
I'm hurt, you know that? To my core, you know? And you know that I don't even express, you know, feelings and all that, like, too well, you know? But you already know. You know.
I understand.
He knows.
So, Mr. Washington, what is the relationship with this woman in the picture?
I have no relationship with any of those women.
You got some relationship if you sending them pictures of your manhood.
I have no relationship with those women.
So you just send pictures out to random people with whom you have no relationship?
Why were those pictures sent to you 2 weeks ago?
We got back in touch somehow.
Somehow? Who initiated the contact 2 weeks ago?
Admit it. If you did it.
Probably me.
Probably you?
Yeah.
Your Honor, he told me yesterday, I'm scared you're gonna leave me.
Well, you should be scared.
She's been texting guys too, though, so it's like.
No, don't deflect. This is on you. I mean, in this relationship, I mean, you have given her every reason now not to trust you.
Right.
Exactly.
You've given her every reason to try to find somebody else.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Ms. Barnes, in light of everything we've had here today, what do you want to do?
At this point, Ms. Judge, I'm gonna have to marinate on it because I really don't know. I want my daughter to have her dad. I never want to take her away from him. But at this point with us, I mean, I just don't know.
You can marinate all you want, but you deserve a much better meal than this.
You're right.